okay? So here we go. This is my warm-up. -2m square root 108m cubed. What two numbers give me 108? 12 and 9. What else? Anybody use something else? What'd you use? 54 and 2. 4 and 27. Did anybody use anything else? Does it matter what you use? No. Okay. So the first one I heard was 12 and 9. Do I circle or break down? Break down. What does 12 break down into? 3 and 4, 2 and 6, either one. Okay. Do I break down 3 or do I circle it? Why do I circle it? It's prime. I can't break it down. 4. What about 4? 2 and 2. And then I circle and circle. What does 9 break down to? 3 and 3. And I circle. Okay. When I make my new radical, I'll do it over here. -2m is outside still. What goes on the inside? 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Everything that's circled, right? So I have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay. What else is inside my radical? 3m's. So I'm going to write 3m's. And what am I looking for? Groups of 2. So I see 2 2's. And when I cross it out, what number goes on top? A 2. I see 2 3's. And when I cross it out, what number goes on top? What else do I have 2 of? M's. And when I cross it out, what goes on top? What's the only operation we do? Multiply. So what is 3 times 2? Times -2? -12. How many m's are outside? So how do I write that? M squared, square root. What's left over inside? 3m. And I can use my calculator to check. Can you put the m's in your calculator? No, but I can put the numbers and check my numbers in the calculator. Okay. Questions? Okay. So hopefully you have out your spirals. We're going to just do some quick notes real quick. So if I ask you, what is the square root of 25? What would you tell me that answer is? It's just 5, right? This equals 5. Why does it equal 5? Because 5 times 5 gives me 25. Okay. Let's try another one. What if I give you the square root of 81? What will you tell me that answer is? Why is it 9? Because 9 times 9 is 81. So what if I give you the square root of -16? What does that equal?
Obviously be 8.
So can I have a -4 and a +4? Are those exactly the same? So I can't have that. So is there anything in the world I can multiply 2 of the exact same thing to get a negative number? No. So this can't be done. Okay. So what that is called is an imaginary number. An imaginary number is when there is a negative inside. All I care about is inside the radical, or what's another word for radical? The square root house. Okay, so inside the radical. So somehow we have to take this negative sign out. So in order to take it out, we're going to use the letter I, a lowercase I. So I equals a -1 inside. So let's do one example. And if we don't understand, I can do another one. Okay. So if I have 3 square roots negative 32x. What's the very first thing you notice is wrong with this problem? There's a negative inside, and before I do any math, I have to get rid of it. So I'm going to change this negative into a positive, but the only way I can turn it into a positive is by taking out the letter I. Now it looks like a problem we've done before. So what can I break 32 down into? 4 and 8, 2 and 16, either one. What can I break 4 down into? 2 and 2, and I circle them. What can 8 break down into? 2 and 4, I circle my 2. And what does 4 break down into? 2 and 2. So when I make my radical, just a minute, let me redo this. There we go. When I make my big radical, eyes up real quick so everybody's looking. My 3 is outside. My I is still outside. And inside I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's. What else is inside besides 5 2's? And an X. Same rules as yesterday. What am I looking for? A group of 2. So I see a group of 2 and I take out the number. I see another group of 2 and I take out the number. Can I take anything else out? What do we do to everything outside? So what's 2 times 2 times 3? 12. What else is outside? The I. And then I have a square root. And what's left inside? 2x. Okay. So the only new part is when I have a negative inside, before I start any math, I have to turn it into a positive and make it the letter I. So here's my only question, and then you're going to get to work today. If I give you negative 3 square root 27, or I give you 3 square root negative 27, what's the difference between these two? Where my negative is located. Will this one have an I in it? Why not? It has a negative, but it's not inside. So this has no I. Will this one have an I in it? Yes. Why? Because my negative is inside. So negative inside starts with an I. You need an I in your answer. Questions? You are working on page 2 today. If you did not finish page 1, it may be finished before the end of class for a late grade. I will not take it after 9:58 today. If you have finished it, then you should be working on page 2. Page 2 is due tomorrow.